So today we will be doing elasticity of demand. Okay. So I am assuming that you know a little bit of demand. Okay, the demand chapter. So the first step of doing elasticity of demand is to differentiate between demand. What did you study in chapter demand, and what will you be studying in elasticity of demand? So basically, in this demand chapter, what did you study? Can you remember? Basically, in demand chapter, we had this price and quantity schedule. Okay. Suppose price is 10 rupees of the chips. Quantity demanded in the local area is 100. Okay. Fine. Now the price has risen to suppose say rupees 15. Okay. So quantity demanded, what will happen to quantity demanded? Even if you did not study the demand chapter, I am assuming it is a general knowledge of common sense. If price rises, your quantity demanded will fall, obviously, because it has become more expensive. So you will not buy that. Obviously, you will buy something else maybe. So if price has risen to rupees 15, then quantity demanded, I will rather write quantity demanded. Okay, D means demanded will fall to say maybe 80. Okay, yes, maybe 80 or 75, anything, no problem with that. So this was demand. So if we draw a curve in economics, you know that everything has diagrams. So price on the y-axis, always price on the y-axis. It's not a rule, but it is a general assumption actually. So price always on the y-axis, quantity demanded is always on the x-axis. Origin is 0, you know that. Okay, now let's draw the demand curve. So price is rupees 10, price is rupees 15. So maybe price may be 5 here, 10 here, and 15 here. Quantity demanded is maybe 20, 40, 60, 80, and here it's 100. Okay, no problem. So when price is 10, quantity demanded is 100. So 10 and 100 is over here. See what I do? I draw a dotted line from 10. I draw a dotted line from 100. The intersection point is called the locus. Okay, so I got this point. Next is 15. Price is 15. Quantity demanded is 80. So from 15 I draw a dotted line, and from 80 I draw a dotted line above. So the intersection point is this. So now if we join this intersection point, we get a demand curve. So what is the basic thing that we learned from demand chapter is, if price rises, demand falls. Okay, vice versa can be also true. If price falls, demand must rise. So this is also true. Okay, this is the thing that we learned from the demand chapter. Fine. Okay. Now what we will be learning in the elasticity of demand chapter, that we need to know. So elasticity of demand chapter, what we will be learning actually. So in demand chapter we have seen price 10, then 15, quantity demanded is 100, and then 80. Okay, this demand chapter we have seen. So elasticity, very important, listen to me. Elasticity of demand chapter tells you, if price rises by some percentage, what will be the fall in demand? Means actually in demand chapter what we got is the direction. If price rises, demand falls. In elasticity chapter, what we will be knowing or learning is, if price falls by or rises, because in there we have written rises. So if price rises by say 50%, what will be the percentage price is rising, so price rising, so demand will fall. What will be the percentage change or percentage fall, anything, or percentage fall in demand? Okay, so basically just remember, demand chapter gives you direction, means if price rises, demand will fall. This is a direction. If price rises, demand will fall. So this direction is given in demand chapter. Elasticity of demand gives you magnitude. Gives you magnitude means if price rises by a certain percentage, what will be a fall in demand in percentage term? What will be the exact falling? So the exact percentage is given in this elasticity of chapter. Okay, this is the basic difference between demand chapter. Demand just gives you direction. Okay, if price rises, demand falls and everything. But elasticity, what? If price rises by this amount, what will be the fall in demand by that amount? So the exact amount that we will get through elasticity. Obviously, there will be certain mathematics involved, but very easy mathematics. Anyone can do that maths, no problem with that. Okay.